Before we get into the video, I was wrong about Rodney. I had to boot him off the island. I gave him a cherry smoothie, and he gave me a baby hat. Now that I think about it, maybe it was him behind Cherry giving me the baby clothes. Other people have good luck with Rodney, but this is the second time he's been on an island of mine and acted this way. Anyone who likes Rodney, I respect them. But from now on, if I see Rodney again on a villager hunt, I am going to run the opposite way, no matter what look he gives. I replaced him with Petrie, and I will give her backstory before we get into the video. My backstory for Petrie is that she did not agree with her parents. Her parents wanted her to be a scientist, but she wanted to be a musician. She had no interest in being a scientist, but she did go to college to be a scientist. That's the reason why she wears the lab coat. When she was going to college, she went to college during the day and then went out at night to nightclubs to sing. Petrie was trying to find her own sound, and then she remembered that her grandparents used to listen to mariachi music and bachata music when she was little. Her grandfather was from Los Angeles, and her grandmother was from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Petrie grew up in Los Angeles. She wanted to find her own sound. Petrie wanted to make her own music that nobody's ever heard before. So she decided to mix the two genres together. Petrie always thought that music is what she wanted to do with her life, and she felt that her performing on stage is all she ever wanted to do. And her parents could not understand why she wanted to do that. Her parents didn't find out that she was a singer until they went to the same nightclub that Petrie was performing at. So her parents decided to not talk to Petrie anymore. She lost her grandparents, and her parents won't talk to her anymore, so she decided to sign up for the Nook's Deserted Island Getaway Package. Petrie is looking for a place where she can find friends. Petrie is a kind-hearted and loves to be around her friends, and she loves to make new friends. Petrie just wants a place where she can just sit outside and relax and read a good book, listen to some music, or play some nice video games. Hello everyone. In this episode, I go on a villager hunt to replace Sprocket. I chat on why Sprocket decided to leave the island. I also go to Serenity for a birthday party for Boyd. I talk about the new neighbor's backstory, and I also explain why Cherry is no longer living on Luna Key. And I also talk about the backstory for the neighbor who replaced Cherry. I went over to Serenity to celebrate Boyd's birthday. If you have two islands, you can get candy on your main island and then go to your second island. Also, it doesn't count for your second character, so they can also get 2 sets of candy each day. When I visit Serenity, I drop off some items that JoJo Crosses, Nana A's Gaming, and Angel Kitty got for me for Serenity. Like I said in the latest video for Serenity, I plan on designing the island from the stories my mom used to tell me about visiting a friend of hers in Southern California in Topanga. Her friend's parents had a ranch. What I want to do is make the island into the ranch. I also go visit Savannah to get the Halloween DIY. If you have 2 islands, you can get the Halloween DIYs faster. You can get 2 a day, 1 on your original island and 1 on your second island. After I go get the DIY, I go to the birthday party, and Al is at the party with Boyd. Al is such a good friend to everybody on Serenity. You can usually find Al walking around making sure everybody is okay and checking in on everybody. Al is a good guy. Another thing I found out about Al is that he likes to sweep up around the town square. He doesn't want anybody to slip and hurt themselves. After the party, I go back to Luna Key and go on a villager hunt to replace Sprocket. I would like to let you all know why Sprocket left Luna Key and why I had to boot Cherry from Luna Key. On the Monday I filmed this episode, Sprocket sent me Copper Light in the mail, and the next morning he asked to leave the island, so I said yes. So now we go on an early morning villager hunt. Also, I had to boot Cherry. She was very insulting. The first day she gave me a pacifier, the second day she gave me a diaper, and the third day she gave me a baby chair. So I booted her, and I will also talk about my second new neighbor's backstory at the end of this video. Who I found on the villager hunt is a real old friend. I haven't seen him since the 2021 island where I decided that I wanted to try and give Rilla a chance, and I got an unknown error because of her being on the island. Originally, I was looking for Sparrow for my replacement for Sprocket, but I seen my old friend on the island and I had to invite him to my island. He was always nice to me on my Switchlight island. I had to invite him back to live on an island that I had. I really, really like him so much. And I'm very happy that he's back living on my island. Boots was born in Florida. After high school, he went on a road trip to Charleston. He went to a bar. With Boots being so friendly, he started a chat with this old man who looked really sad. They chatted until 2 a.m. He told the guy that it was great talking to him. They both left the bar. Boots walked back to his hotel room. The next day, he went back to Florida. A few months go by, and he got a phone call from a lawyer. He answered the phone. The lawyer asked Boots if he talked to an old man at a bar in Charleston. Boots said, yes, he did. The lawyer asked Boots to go to his law office in Charleston and have a chat with him. Boots said, sure. All the way back to Charleston, he was wondering why a lawyer wants to talk to him. He got to the law office. He sat down and waited. The lawyer called him into his office. Boots asked him if he did something wrong. The lawyer said, no, sir, not at all. You're not in any kind of trouble. He said, why I called you was that he is the lawyer for the man that you chatted with at the bar. He passed away and left his money to you, since you were the only person to ever talk to him, because his own family refused to talk to him. The old man left Boots $1,000,000. The old man wanted to start his own beachside bar, but he never got a chance to. Boots got the money and put it in a bank account. Boots went on to go to Southern California to go to college. That's where Boots fell in love with the beach life and surfing. He also got the idea there to start his own beachside smoothie bar. He wanted to honor the old man that he talked to at the bar all those years ago. Boots decided to sign up for the Nook's Deserted Getaway package so he can start his dream to have his own beachside smoothie bar. Boots is a huge fan of music. He grew up on California rock music from the 60s. His mother was born in Topanga, California. My backstory for Renee is that Renee was an actress. She acted in a lot of film noir movies. She was born in LA, but her mom was born in Los Lunas, New Mexico. She loves to be around her friends. Renee is down to earth. Her favorite thing to do is to go out dancing with her friends. Renee was raised as a flower child. She believes in peace and love. Renee decided to retire from acting. She went on to record an album of music that she listened to growing up. The music she listened to was the 80s and 90s country. She went to San Francisco to go to college so she can be a DJ. She got hired as a DJ for a radio station in Los Angeles. She worked there 5 years, but the radio station was sold while the general manager kept his job. All the other talent lost theirs. Renee was told that she had to play songs on a list that the boss gave her. The station that she worked at was a rock station in Los Angeles. And what happened was she brought her laptop with her on her last day. She was told that she cannot mention that she was fired or the rest of the people were fired from the station and that the station is going to be rebranded at midnight. Renee's show ran from 6 p.m. till midnight. When she signed on to the air, the first thing she said was this is her last show, and not by my own accord. The station was sold, and our general manager sold out. And the first thing that he did after he had job security was that he fired all the other DJs on the station because they're changing the format at midnight tonight. And today I locked myself in the booth, and since I'm fired for no reason, I'm going to make a stand and play music that I want to tonight. I was handed a list, I crumpled it up, threw it out. The show started with the Bakersfield Sound style of music. After the second hour, she switched to Cajun style music. The third hour, she switched to grunge. The fourth hour, she switched to Tex-Mex music. The fifth hour, she played 80s music. And her last hour, she played psychedelic rock from the 1960s. And the last song she played was the top song on the boss's band list of songs. Renee felt really good that she stuck up for every single one of her friends that got fired and all of the fans who loved the station. After that, she decided to move to Luna Key because she heard of the community on the island and she loves the vibe of the island. She wants to spend her retirement with great friends and just hang out and chat with people and read a book in her yard. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.